It is the first Saturday of the month of June 2017. Good afternoon to you and many thanks for joining us on a weekend at 1. It is a big day for the country as the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission publishes 106 names which are on the IEBC red list, the list of names of political aspirants and candidates who still have questions of integrity to answer. More details of that coming up. We also have details of the NASA rally going on in Kakamega. Chris Thairo will be joining us live. Details from there. Many thanks for joining us. Let's begin with the highlights. Shock as IEBC bars Mombasa governorship candidate and reveals a list of candidates with court cases.
Kama uongozi ni mbaya kwa hiyo eneo, ikiwa ni county, ikiwa ni constituency, ikiwa ni ward na ni mbaya, watu wote watahama pamoja na bibi yako na watoto mpaka ubaki pweke yako.
The stronghold disease, a quarter of Jubilee Secretariat in West Pokot defects to Kanu. And first batch of women pardoned on Madaraka Day leave Langata prison today. Welcome to the program. My name is Michelle Ngela. We begin with that developing story in Kenya today about the publication of the list of candidates in the August general election, over whom the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission says dark clouds of corruption or integrity cases are hanging. One of them is Anthony Chitavi Mkala, a governorship aspirant in Mombasa County, who has now been barred by the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission from running. He has received the news but says he was cleared by the IEBC at 4 p.m. last evening, only for the IEBC to turn around and cancel his certificate at 9 p.m. He, however, says he believes he will still be on the ballot on the 8th of August. Let's listen in to what he said to our reporter Francis Mtalaki just about an hour ago.
Me a nomination at 4 o'clock and cancel it at 7 o'clock in the night. Granted, yes, there was some case that went on in 2010, 2011, and that case got a conviction. I got an appeal thereafter, and the case is still in court. The case is in the Court of Appeal. So as far as the law goes, as long as I haven't exhausted the legal processes, I am still able to vie. And the RO gave me this certificate with full knowledge. The Integrity Committee, the IEBC has an Integrity Committee that also discusses these issues. So I believe I'm still in the ballot.
And looking at the scenario as it seems, were you cleared by the Ethics and Anti-Corruption here in Mombasa or in Nairobi?
The Nairobi Ethics Office actually called the office in Mombasa. Incidentally, I had also visited the office and I was chatting with the regional manager who didn't have the fact that we appealed in the High Court and we went again to the Court of Appeal. Let's emphasize here, in the High Court, I was given back my 800,000 shillings, and in the Court of Appeal, we are asking for the other 800,000 shillings.
And as things stand by, has IEBC contacted you with regard to this matter, given that they cleared you at 4 p.m. and then at 7 p.m. or at 9 p.m. they changed the decision?
Before I got here, IEBC actually called me. The returning officer here called me, and she says it's a lady, very smart lady. She says she's the one that cancels this certificate that I have as my returning officer, and she isn't aware. She's not aware that this certificate has been cancelled.
And then if she's not aware, there seems to be some conflicting reports from the IEBC. What do you make of this?
The conflicting report, I would be looking at ethics more than the IEBC, and even the ethics has insisted on going with old information they had. They haven't worked with the new information that's on the table now.
Well, there are 16 other governorship aspirants who've also been listed in the ethics and anti-corruption list sent to the IEBC. And just to recap who they are, these include the incumbent governors Dr. Alfred Mutua of Machakos, Nathif Jama of Garissa, Mwangi Wairia of Muranga, Sospita Ojamong of Busia, Christopher Obure of Kisii, Godana Doyo of Isiolo, Evans Kidero of Nairobi, as well as Mike Mbuvi Sonko, Anne Waiguru, who is a candidate in the Kirinyaga gubernatorial seat. We also have Siaya Governor Cornel Rasanga, Nyandarua's Waithaka Mwangi, Migori's Okoth Obado, and Mandera gubernatorial aspirant Hassan Nur Hassan, among others. All these candidates have been mentioned in various integrity-related issues, and their cases are at different stages of investigation. The Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission is yet to indicate whether it will be taking any further action against them, but says it is seeking further information from the EACC, the Judicial Service Commission, and the Commission on Higher Education. More details of that to follow in our subsequent bulletin, but that is a list of 106 names on that red list. Meanwhile, in the country, the Kenyan Opposition National Super Alliance is holding a major rally at the Bukungu Stadium in Kakamega. Let's now link up with our senior political affairs reporter, Chris Thairu, who is at the venue. Chris, what can you tell us about the rally at this time?
Well, a very good afternoon to you, Michelle. As you correctly put it, we are coming to you live from Kakamega County. We are coming to live at Bukungu Stadium. And if my cameraman can just, Wekesa can just pan, the activities is a lot as we await for the entrance of the presidential candidate of NASA, that is the ODM party leader, Raila Odinga. And of course, he will be accompanied by the other four principals in NASA. And what we know is that already Raila Odinga is in Kakamega County. We also have information that he, of course, Kalonzo Musyoka is already in Kakamega County. They're just waiting to arrive at Bukungu Stadium so that the rally can start. But a lot of activities here happening. Remember that this is the second rally that NASA is holding after Raila Odinga was cleared to contest against the other presidential candidates. And of course, remember that coming from Kakamega County, this western region, they claim that, of course, this is a NASA region and it's an opposition stronghold. And, of course, we also have Musalia Mudavadi of the ANC, who is also the ANC party leader. But we also be expecting that the politics of the local politics here in Kakamega County will be interesting because we have the incumbent governor, that is Wycliffe Osundo Paranya, and he will, of course, be facing the Ford Kenya party candidate, that is the current senator of Kakamega County, Boni Khalwale. And we expect that we'll also, of course, we expect a lot here when they get to the stadium. I don't know how the party leader, of course, will be taking this issue, because remember that when he gets to the stage, he has recently he was in Kisumu, and he was insisted that, of course, if you are electing people, people should be elected on an ODM party ticket. And of course, we know that Oparanya is contesting on an ODM party ticket, but we have Boni Khalwale who is contesting on a Ford Kenya party ticket. And so much expectations here. Some of the issues that we expect that will be addressed by the leaders, of course, the high cost of living that as of course leaders have continued talking about, and of course as an alternative government we'll be expecting them to tell us how, as an alternative government, they intend to ensure that the high cost of living of course does not shoot. And of course the other issue that we expect them to raise is about corruption. That is an issue that they've of course been raising, and we of course expect them to raise the issue on corruption, how they intend to fight corruption when they get power come August the 8th. And of course much expectations here as of course the leaders here and locals here continue arriving at Bukungu Stadium ready to receive the NASA presidential candidate as well as the principals. Michelle.
All right, and Thairu, even as NASA launches its official campaigns today, we also had this week Kakamega Governor Wycliffe Oparanya saying that ODM will take charge of NASA campaigns. Can you substantiate these remarks? And if that is true, isn't this likely to trigger a supremacy war between the NASA or among the NASA affiliate parties, the likes of ODM, NC, we also have CCM, Ford Kenya, and Wiper?
It's very interesting, Michelle, since we know that when Raila Odinga gets the podium, of course, he campaigns for the ODM candidate. And we know that the incumbent governor of Kakamega, he is the deputy party leader of ODM. And of course, we should not expect that Raila will be campaigning for someone else. Of course, we know that he will be, of course, campaigning for the deputy party leader of his party, that is Wycliffe Osundo Oparanya. But interesting scenarios. Remember that when Moses Wetangula was launching his bid here for the presidential bid, that is last year, we saw that there were chaos here when Ford Kenya members and of course the ODM members clashed, and that day we lost two souls, and it was unfortunate as people got injured. Remember that that time the chaos were erupted after the members clashed. But today it seems it's peaceful, and let's say we wait and hear how it transpires when both leaders get to the podium. Of course, it will be interesting to see Wycliffe Oparanya and of course Boni Khalwale sharing a podium after they were cleared recently. Remember that Boni Khalwale was cleared yesterday, and of course Oparanya was also cleared to contest for the Kakamega gubernatorial seat. Michelle.
Thank you so much, Chris. Thairu there in Kakamega's Buhungu Stadium, where NASA launches its official campaigns ahead of the August 8th general election. And elsewhere, a section of the Jubilee Secretariat members in West Pokot have decamped and joined KANU ahead of the August elections. 3 of top West Pokot Jubilee officials have defected from Jubilee Party and joined KANU, citing bad leadership by party county leaders. Led by the Jubilee West Pokot County Chairperson Elijah Powen Capello, Pokot South Sub-County Jubilee Secretariat Chairperson Johnston Mukelima, and County Jubilee Youth Leader Enoch Naitale. The leaders said their aim was to make KANU stronger with the general elections.
Vice Chair ya strategy katika West Pokot County, tumeamua yote pamoja na chairman wetu ya kwamba hatuwezi kudanganya President wa Jamhuri wa Kenya na deputy wake ya kwamba West Pokot kuna Jubilee, ilali kuna wachache ambao wamefanya serikali ya kumaliza hiyo chama. Ndio tukaamua tumehamia KANU rasmi na West Pokot ni KANU.
Uhuru Kenyatta mwenyewe anaheshimu uhuru na demokrasia. Lakini kama hii ndio watu yake ambao anafanya kazi na wao, hata kura yake iko kwa shaka kabisa. Kama hawa ndio wanafanyia kampeni hapa, na tunajua ni hawa ndio wanajaribu kufanyia kampeni, hata kura yake iko kwa shaka. Tunataka kuambia angalie West Pokot kabisa, wale ambao wanaharibu siasa ya West Pokot waanze kuangalia na kumulika na tochi yao.
Kwa nini watu wamehama? Nataka Mkenya yeyote asikie. Watu wama kutoka chama kwa sababu ya uongozi ya hiyo chama kwa hiyo eneo.
Meanwhile, in the Kenyan Parliament, a new bill is now seeking to bar the media from getting crucial information from the two houses. The bill, fronted by National Assembly Majority Leader Aden Duale, cites what it calls national security as one reason why Parliament can refuse to give vital information to the public. And as Duncan Haemba now reports, Duale is also seeking to edge out the Senate from making key financial decisions at the Parliamentary Service Commission.
The Garissa Town Member of Parliament, who is also the majority leader in the National Assembly, is not new to controversy in and out of Parliament. But his latest bill now threatens to take the sibling rival in Parliament to a whole new level. The Parliamentary Service Bill 2017, if passed, will eliminate the Senate clerk, who, according to the Constitution, is the chief executive and accounting officer for the Parliamentary Service Commission. This would essentially mean that the Senate has no say in the commission, which is chaired by National Assembly Speaker Justin Muturi.
Well, as I revisit one of those big stories of the day, the publication by IEBC of a list of politicians on the red list. And so one of those governors on that red list is Nairobi Governor Dr. Evans Kidero, who is at the Kayole Mwangaza SDA Church right now. And he is not very happy about the release of his list, his name on that list. Let's cross over to Kayole and listen in.
Of this election through the back door. Leo hii nimeambiwa kuna barua ambayo imeenda kwa IEBC kutoka EACC ati tuko na maneno na EACC. Juzi nilipata barua yangu ya clearance kutoka EACC itself. Nimepata barua yangu ya clearance kutoka kwa KRA na nimepata certificate of good conduct. So hizi zote ambayo EACC zinafanya ni siasa, wametumwa na wakubwa wao kwa ajili wameona hawawezi shinda, so wanajaribu kutushika na miguu, lakini bado tutashinda tarehe 8 mwezi wa 8.
Ukisema hao wakubwa labda ni kina nani, unataja ni kina nani?
They know who their masters are and they know whom they are serving. Sawa.
Kwanza kabisa governor, tunataka kushukuru sana kwa sababu kama wiki moja iliyopita tulikuwa na mkasa wa moto katika Komarok ambaye ni infield primary na iko katika Embakasi Central ambaye nawania kiti cha ubunge katika kiti cha ODM. Nataka kushukuru county government, manake kwa mara ya kwanza gari zao zilikuja kwa haraka mno na tukuweza kupoteza watu wengi. La sivyo it would have been a catastrophe, manake moto ilianzia juu ghorofa ya 4. Kwa hivyo governor, tunasema ni asante na tunakuomba kwa ikiwezekana pia unaweza kutuletea fire engines within the sub counties. Hata yule MCA wa eneo hilo ameshukuru sana na tumeongea na parents wale, wanasema ni asante, na pia ukipata nafasi pia unaweza kutembea pale uweze kuona.
And there is Nairobi Governor Dr. Evans Kidero in Kayole. They're just giving his reactions following the inclusion of his name in the list of 106 names that may still have to answer several questions of integrity. And just a reminder, Evans Kidero's name has appeared in the section of leaders who still have cases pending in court. The Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission is investigating 2 allegations, one being abuse of office, money laundering, bribery, conflict of interest and unlawful acquisition of public funds valued at 193 million shillings. With that allegation, according to this list by IEBC, investigations have established that the candidate is culpable of the allegations, and IEBC is also investigating Kidero's dealing in suspect funds to the tune of 700 million shillings. Both cases are still pending there, and more information and details of this big story coming up after this short break. You're watching Weekend at 1.